Hey everyone, welcome to Birds of a Feather. Today we're showing you step by step how to fold these adorable mini shirt bags, and then we're going to turn them into an advent calendar. For true authenticity, we've even got a hack for how to make these in fabric. I used worn out PJs for this one. Check out the blog for a trick to making them in fabric, but first let's practice with paper. Here I've got an 8x8 piece of paper, but you could make this with any size you desire. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be square. I've seen them done oblong too. So we're just going to start by folding it in half. Then we're going to lift the bottom corner and we're going to fold it up to the top. And I'm just going to make a crease on either side. If you want to mark your numbers ahead of time, make your first 2 creases, and then you're going to take your ruler and just make a mark at around 2 inches or so. And you're going to take your piece of paper, line up. I'll just do the number 3 here. Line up on the mark. I'm going to outline it in pen. Now if you like, you can just go ahead and do this in marker, but I'm doing pen and then I'm coloring in with a silver colored pencil. So just trace right around. Got my silver pencil right here. Keep it lined up. And I'm just going to keep the stencil in place as I color it in. It'll just help you color within those lines. Now you've got the number in place and you're going to go ahead and fold as in the rest of the tutorial. So the next step is to flip the paper over. Then I'm going to pinch it between my 2 fingers and we're just going to lift it up to where I made the crease. And then press it down. Now I'm going to fold the bottom edge up just so that it meets the top and press it down. Now I'm going to fold the paper back down and we end up with this pleat here, which I'm also going to bend towards the bottom. Then I'm going to take one of the corners and fold it up into a triangle. And press it down, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Take the bottom corner, fold it diagonally, and just make sure it's hitting the top of that line, and press it down. Now I'm going to open it up flat, and I'm going to flip the paper over, and I'm going to bring the bottom up to that first fold line. Fold it all the way along. I'm going to turn it around 180 degrees. I'm going to do the exact same on the bottom, folding it up to that mark. And crease all the way along. Now I'm going to turn and flip over. And I'm going to fold up the bottom edge. Don't know if you can see this on camera, but the fold that we did previously comes to a point. So we're going to bring this bottom edge to just underneath to meet that point. And then we're going to fold and crease the bottom. And we're going to open up. I'm going to flip the paper around and we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. We're just folding up to meet the tip of that point. Fold along the edge. And crease. Now we're going to raise it so that the two top edges meet. We're going to pinch the bottom between our fingers, and we're going to fold it down to meet the edge. And then run your finger along. That's what you end up with. Now I'm going to flip the paper downwards, and I'm going to fold in the right edge. And locate the bottom of this fold here. Now this fold is going to come forward to meet the side edge. So you're just going to bring it to the edge. Meet it at the side. And then you're running your finger along into the corner, and you're pressing down that triangular fold. Now you can open that out. You're going to fold in the left edge, and you're doing exactly the same thing on the other side. So taking the bottom fold, you're going to fold it down so it meets the side, and then you're taking your finger and you're creasing that triangle. Now you're going to flip the paper 180 degrees, and you're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. So fold in the right side, locate the bottom of that fold, bring it to the edge, hold it down, and run your finger right along to crease. Open it out, fold your left edge in, locate the bottom of that crease, bring it to the side, and finger press right into the corner. After folding all our angles, we're going to turn our paper 90 degrees. Now, in my case, the number is on the left side where it should be. If for any reason you've turned your paper and let's say the number ends up on the right side like that, just turn it back the other way, ensure your number is underneath on the left, and proceed with next steps. There's a crease right along the center. We're going to fold up the bottom, and then we're going to bend back right along that crease. So locate that center crease and then finger press in place. And you're going to press it along until you're about 3/4 of the way, until you can't really comfortably go further. And that's where it meets this diagonal. Now you're going to turn right around, and you're going to do the same thing with the opposite side. You're going to fold up, be mindful of where that center crease is right underneath, bend the paper back, and then run the fold right along until you can't comfortably go any further. It's about 3/4 of the way. Now if you bring those two edges together, you'll see that they now meet in the center. You can do this part now or you can do it later, but we're going to fold that crease inward. Again, fold it inward and crease it in the opposite direction. And if you don't want to do that now, you can do that later. Now turn the paper again, 180 degrees, and we're going to work on this bottom half, but we're going to do something different for the bottom. We're taking this corner and we're folding it up diagonally until it meets this line. And press it. Again, fold up diagonally and press it down. You've got two diagonal folds here. Now I hope the camera can pick this up, but you've got this sort of V shape here, and it comes to a point. Right where it comes to a point is where you're going to lift the bottom up and fold it right on that point. And crease right along that line. Now we're folding back down, and we're going to bring in the left side, fold it into the center, and there's a fold right there. We're going to bring that fold up to the side. So as you do that, you're forming this line right here, and you're going to crease that in place. You can open that out, fold in the right side, and we're doing the exact same thing. Locate that fold. You're going to push forward and bring that up to the side. It meets the side. Let me just turn around so you can see what I'm doing here. As that fold meets the side, you're going to finger press it right into the corner. Now, I wasn't exactly accurate here, so I'm just going to refold that. And finger press. And what you end up with is this little triangular gusset on the side. Okay, now turn back around. We're going to fold in both sides so that we have our gusset on the left side and our gusset on the right side. Hold the center. You're going to push out with your two fingers, and then you're going to bend forward. And as you do it, press it out. As you can see, you've got these two triangular shapes that are pointed in opposing directions towards the outside. Give that a good press, and you've got this diagonal line running down this way. What you want to do is bend that forward, and you're going to continue that line to incorporate this tip. Bend it forward and finger press into place. Now you can release that, open up the other side, and again, you've got this diagonal line running down, and you want to incorporate this tip. So you're going to bend it back right along that line and bend the tip down. Press it well. Okay, now you can turn your work 45 degrees clockwise, and on the other side you've got that same diagonal line. What you want to do is fold that line so that the side lines up as so. Finger press that down. And then if you didn't do this previously, you're folding that flap in towards the center. That's what you have so far. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bend along that diagonal line. Bring your side down. And then fold that inward. Finger press it well. And that's what you end up with. Now you're going to take the bottom, fold it upward. Make sure you keep everything together. Just bring it up to right there and fold it in half. Crease right along that line. Now you're going to bring the top of that edge down towards the bottom of the fold. And this is rather thick, so you can do one side at a time. And crease along that line. Now you're going to bring this fold it down, and you're going to bring this corner up to the center, right along that crease. So fold it diagonally so it meets in the center. Crease it and run your finger right along that edge. Turn around to the other side. You're bringing the corner in to the center, right where it meets that fold. And you're bringing it in to meet up with the other side. And again, run your finger right along that fold to crease. Now, if you find it too thick along that edge, you can take something to help you fold that. Sometimes you just can't do it with a finger. I'm just going to rock this paperweight. And there you go, it's nicely creased. With that done, turn your work right around. You can bring your edge up. Form your little bag. You're going to bring it up to just below the points, the tips of the collar. You can bend it down to help get that underneath. And there you go, your bag is closed. There it is on the side. And here it is from the back. And you can just open it up. Add your treats inside and close it back up again. So at this point you're going to fold 23 more to make your advent calendar, and then I'm going to get a stencil. This is a stencil from Funky Junk's Antique Stencil. It comes with this awesome number stencil that I'm going to use for the advent calendar. I'm just going to put it over, take my pen, outline it, And then I'm going to color it in with a pencil. And you can do this in various colors. You could even do it with marker if you didn't want to take the added step of coloring it in with pencil. It's really up to you. Here's one that's already complete. I'm just going to take a mini clothespin and clip it. And this is how we're going to hang it on our advent calendar.